Don't ever be afraid to be who you are and to do that with confidence. I'm Bailey Reed. I am a sophomore here on the Hill. I'm an honors topper. I'm a double major in journalism and political science. I will be graduating, it's looking like fall of 25, which is super exciting, and I'm from Oldham County, Kentucky. Through the Honors College, I'm super excited to announce that I will be studying abroad. I'm going to be going to Senegal with Dr. Sandra Ardrey, who is in the political science department. She's lovely. It's just going to be a great time. Get to take some courses and have some great discussions. The Honors College has been super helpful with study abroad. They're always sending out emails of things. I'm sure everyone gets them that are super useful with lots of different experiences and opportunities to tap in on and to find some funding. I was really lucky. Will Randolph and the OSD was super helpful and emailed me so much. He was answering all my questions, which I really appreciate. When I initially came and toured Western, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so huge. I was walking around, and at the time I hadn't really seen very many other colleges, but there was just this feeling kind of that it felt right. Like it just kind of settled in with me. And I actually had two really lovely honors topper tour guides. Shout out Patrice and Ashira. They were so lovely. They toured me around, and I felt really at home to see not only people who looked like me who were leading the tour, but people who were interested in what I was interested in. So they were talking about leadership through the Honors College. They were talking about theater and dance. They were talking about how great our journalism program is, and they made a special pit stop to go into Jody Richards. And so I walked in there and I felt like, oh, well, this is what I want to study, and I knew that. And so getting that kind of feeling of, you know, like this is home, like this is right for me, was super amazing on that tour. I think the Honors College just does a great job of helping everyone find someone that they can connect with and something that they can connect with, which really ultimately makes them feel comfortable to go here. Then I am also in 3 choirs. I am in University Singers, Treble Chorus, and the Treble Makers, which is our campus's soprano, alto, a cappella group. And I'm the business manager for that group, so that's fun. I'm in charge of finances and holding on to everyone's forms and contracts for things. I do work at the Herald. I have been a reporter there for 2 years. I've done a lot of different stories with them. City of Nations was a really cool one that we actually got a Pacemaker Award for that I was a part of. And we got to go on a little trip to Atlanta to a journalism conference and get to accept that award in person, which was super cool, and attend a bunch of different conferences and little questionnaire boards and get to learn a lot more about journalism. So that was a really great experience. So this summer, I'll be working at the Courier-Journal in Louisville. Super exciting. It'll be my first internship that I've ever had, let alone this is in journalism. So maybe I'll get another one some other time for political science. But I'm super excited to be a reporter for them. I'll get access the same way that they will. I was really lucky that the Herald was able to connect me with Nick Holkamp, who is one of the editors at the Courier-Journal. And I just had a really great time getting to know and meet with them, and I'm super excited to see what kind of reporting I get to do this summer. I am also in a sorority. I'm a member of Omega Phi Alpha, also known as O-Phi-A if you hear it. We are a service-based sorority who still has a place on the Panhellenic Council. And we just have a great time getting out and doing service for the community and building a sisterhood with other people on the Hill. And then also being in Greek life, we get to partner up with a lot of other fraternities through my sorority. And so getting to meet other people that way has also been a great way to experience some diversity on campus. I was really excited when the Divine Nine sororities, fraternities, when they do their step show. I had never seen anything like that before, and so that was really cool for me to have that experience and to kind of feel comfortable getting in touch with that a little bit more. I feel like also fellow students and working at the library as well really gives a good opportunity for studying and getting to kind of workshop with people, and you just feel like there's a sense of community and togetherness on the Hill that really contributes towards doing well academically. It can be really hard when you start college to come out of your shell and to just be what you want to be. But if you think about it, you're away from home, you're away from whatever you're used to. Those people who may have held you back in the past, they're not here with you anymore. So you've just got to let them go and just go about being who you are. Being here on the Hill, there's just this really great environment where you can tell that all of your professors really want you to succeed. And so I've been lucky enough, especially with my professors that I've me extra opportunities to grow, not only as a part of receiving your honors certification for that particular course, but going out of their way to say, hey, this is a really great opportunity that I think would benefit you, or this might be something you might enjoy. And so I really feel like the professors have been a huge part of helping me find my little niches and things that I'm interested in. I would also say never be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes you will struggle academically and there will be classes that you're like, I don't know what's going on. Or maybe it's a mental health thing, but they have such great resources on the Hill to help with that through the counseling center. And there's also plenty of people within the Honors College who would be so happy to help if you reach out, whether that be for academic help or for mental health help. Growing up, Black history was something that was overlooked. I did live in a predominantly white county, and it was just not something we touched on all the time. Having groups on the Hill and people who are willing to talk about Black history or who acknowledge that, whether that's through the political science department, or I know there's been some feminist chats happening also up in Cherry Hall. I feel like being here on the Hill and having students who are willing to educate themselves about that and people who are curious about different events going on are just really what are important to Black History Month. I feel like it's less about what it means to be Black and more about what it means to be recognized by your community. When I came to WKU initially, I went to H4, which a lot of people know is like our little honors camp before you get started in the fall as a freshman. And so I was coming in and I knew like no one. And I really do think that that contributed to having a sense of more diverse perspectives. I found that in the Honors College, I feel like there's more diversity amongst students than there are in the rest of the college as a whole. And so getting there and getting to learn about different people's experiences and meeting people of all different backgrounds, also while previously not having really been exposed to that very much, was a really useful experience for me. I think right now the biggest push is to be kind of working on being against those DEI bills that are going through in the state of Kentucky right now. There are several DEI bills that are going out that are trying to prevent teaching DEI K through 12, and then they're moving on to your college age students. And so if those were to go through, then you wouldn't be able to have discussions about diversity, equity, or inclusion on campus, in schools, and I think that's a huge thing to push back against, because not only are you telling people to forget about a part of history that already exists, you are not amplifying those voices of people who may want to be heard. And a lot of times they don't know how to be heard, and DEI is that safe space for them. So I would encourage the university to just keep allowing DEI to take place here, to keep training staff, to keep training students. I think it'd be really cool to have a student forum on DEI and kind of talk about, what do you think is useful? What do you think is important? How can we do better? Explore your opportunities. There are so many things that you can get involved with, and I would just say try something new. You never know, you could go to some organization that you thought you would never be in, and then there you are, you love it, you enjoy it. There's something say, keep doing what you're doing, just be yourself.